Hi everyone, welcome to LilybetO Divinity Live. I am on a lot of pillows. Hi everyone, welcome. If you're new to my channel, my YouTube channel, my Instagram, or my Facebook. And thank you everyone for all the love and support. And I'm gonna get right into it because I've been doing way too long videos. And this is going to be for you fire signs for the month of November. So this is going to be your energy reading. Let me fix myself to the sexy shoulders. And this is going to come from the Oracle Tarot deck. They seem to like to talk to the fire signs and also the shadow of the light. And I felt like doing this one. I asked them who want to speak and they felt like speaking, okay? And I'm really liking this deck. And you guys know how I feel about tarot cards. And I'm a reader. I'm really liking this deck. And I'm going to see if I find more decks like this. Because I think it's easing me into the tarots easier than when I first started. So, because I do all oracles. So yeah, so this is going to be an energy reading for all fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. To see what the month of November is going to bring you, what's going on. We all know that Mercury is in retrograde. It starts on the 31st. I don't know when I'm going to put this out. Probably after or in the middle. We'll see. And hopefully it'll upload because every time we go into Mercury into retrograde or there's a full moon, there's a problem with uploading. And people could tell you, oh, they can't talk. We start stumbling over our words. So yeah, so yes people, so you know, as always, sharing is caring. If you think this is something for someone, share it out. Please like, love, subscribe if you're on my YouTube channel. Follow if you're on my Facebook, and follow if you're on my Instagram. So here we go, you guys. For the month of November, got a couple of almost like a caution. They're almost giving you guys a caution to be careful, which makes sense because the first half of November we're still going to be in Mercury into retrograde. So after the 20th is when I think a lot of people will see a lot of this happening for this reading, because to me, when I say November for a month, it's all about divine timing. You may see this in December and it makes sense to you. That's because that was your divine timing of when you were supposed to hear this, okay? So yes people, I'm just trying to get the energy of all this because this deck, all her decks are very strong energy. You guys have a lot of major arcanas also. The Magician, Chance came out, Temperament came out, the High Empress. This is for a lot of you fire signs, my female fire signs, okay? Because this to me, the High Priestess, it says influence, inner guidance, feminine influence. I see this as a person taking over their power, okay? The High Priestess. I see this as, this is a fire sign to me, okay? This to me is a fire sign. This to me is a person taking control and not letting other people tell her what to do. And I think for a lot of fire signs that have been working, building up and working on it's almost like a lot of you already know, you know, now what it is that you want and you're going for it and you're not playing and you don't care who gets in the way of it, okay? Which, you know, it's a good thing, but careful when we're in Mercury retrograde, okay, people? So this is all about, like, I see this also like a lot of people seeing finally their self-worth. A lot of fire signs that have been working on their self spiritually, maybe even physically, emotionally, mentally. So, yes, and going with their intuition and their inner guidance that is guiding them on the right path. So this is beautiful. This is beautiful that this comes out, you know. And those of you who are males who are looking at this, just because it's the High Priestess doesn't mean that this isn't for you also, because a lot of you guys that are males are also coming into who you truly are, okay? So I like that. I like that this card came out, because that gives to me confirmation that this is all for fire signs, okay? So for the month of November, some of you will be like going into November, or between the time of Mercury retrograde, it may be a little bit bumpy for you, and you may feel a little bit of anxiety and a little bit of stress. This is the Nine of Swords, and I believe this is the one with the ladies in the bed and the knives all around her. But the good thing about this card and the one in the tarot deck is that, look at her. She's stressed and a little bit anxious, but look at what's around her. None of those swords are touching her. None of them. So my fire signs, if you're going through a difficult time or end up going through some type of difficult time, like the second week of November or going into November for some of you, and you feel like a bit anxious or a little bit stressed of where you fall off your manifestation, this is them telling you this will be okay. Center yourself, okay? Center yourself. Go through whatever you're feeling. Be aware of what you're feeling. You know what I mean? Don't just like, oh no, I'm gonna just keep busy and do this or the other, because fire signs tend to do that. No. Look at what it is that's making you feel some type of way. Reflect on it. And then move on, fire signs, because you know you damn well can, okay? Because this is to me about almost like a person that will be manifesting things, and as they're manifesting, something happens in between, and then you go, what the hell, am I not doing the right thing? And then you get kind of anxious. Am I going to be able to do this? Because we want everything like last night as fire signs, and may even bring yourself anxiety, unnecessary anxiety. So breathe, meditate, my fire sign. Salt bath waters, I'm always saying that, Himalaya salt bath waters, okay? Because you're able to get through this. None of these swords are touching you. None of them, okay? So that to me is a good thing, because it says that don't also get so anxious that you create more than what it is, if that makes sense to my fire signs. And then you guys have, look, reflection. Reflection always likes to come out, you guys. So some of you may end up experiencing something within the month of November that you may even think is a setback to what it is you're trying to manifest. And it's not a setback. It's something that may just happen for you to see a different way of going about the situation when it occurs. That makes sense to you guys, because you guys have reflection. And like how she's just looking, and this is a 6 about balance. I get a lot of 6 always with fire signs, and I think it's because we tend to do so many things at the same time, and we tend to lose ourselves to the point that we forget to create balance between making time for ourselves, for our self-care, and continuing to do what it is that we're trying to accomplish. Because once we see something we want it, we don't stop until we get it. And you gotta make some time also for your self-care, fire signs, so you will not burn yourself out, because we are known to do that. Yes, we are. And then it says, another 6. It says cautious progress. And it's 6 of, oh, he has flowers in his hand. It's 6 of swords. This is, again, because we are fire signs, sometimes we will explode over things, and they're telling you, if you get to a point that you get any type of triggers in the month of November, don't take a deep breath before you react, okay? Because this is telling you to, be cautious with your progress, okay? Like, there is progress, but you have to be cautious on which way and how you go about things, okay? So things can go exactly the way you want it to go. So I always see this, when I see this card, is about really our, you know, our temperament, you know, the way that, you know, that we want things all the time, very quickly. We're very, you know, fire signs can be very impatient, you know, and they can be very hot-headed. So this is them telling you, if you get to that point, if something that happens, if someone triggers you in the month of November, take a deep breath. And it's funny how this person has their legs crossed and they have flowers in their hands, like they're smelling the flowers. So they're telling you to take a moment to be able to come back into your peace if anybody tries to disturb your peace, my fire sign, in the month of November. And that can happen a lot because the month of November we have Thanksgiving, which is a holiday where people lose their minds. And you guys know they start losing their minds because, you know, people get all together, and it's just breathe, fire signs, breathe, because the month of November is actually going to be a very good month for you guys. Even though those cards came out, the rest of the cards are very good, okay? You guys have, oh, they even telling you to pause observation, and this is 9 of Wands. This is like telling you to also, when things are going on and you're doing your manifestation and you're trying to get these things going, if things happen, they're telling you also to take a minute and pause and observe all the things that are around you and the people that are around you, my fire signs, okay? Because some of the people that are around you, you're going to have to cut the hell off. That's just a download that I'm getting right now. Them saying that you have, you know, observe the people, observe who's for you, who's not for you, because these people can not so much get in the way of your manifestation, because fire signs, they're going to keep going, but they could make some delay or drain you within the time that you're trying to manifest certain things or make things happen for yourself in the month of November, if that makes sense. So please let me know if this makes sense to you. Comment below, people. I love to hear the comments. And then you guys have balance restored, resolution. So you see, these things can happen as long as you keep your cool, fire signs. There's going to be resolutions for a lot of the problems. I think a lot of people that have been working on themselves and setting things up for themselves and already know what they want to, how they want to go into the next year, and what they, you know, really truly want. I think a lot of fire signs asked themselves while we had the new moon, while we had the full moon, that those shifts were about that, you know, looking deep within yourself. And I think a lot of the people who have done this, they already know what they want, but like as always, my fire signs, there's always a freaking hater, okay? So, but because you're so set on it and you've learned so much from before, from a couple of months back, from the beginning of the year, you've gotten to the point that you're like, I am unstoppable and I don't care what comes in my way. So I like this, because whatever comes, you guys will be finding balance. And you guys have been working a lot on finding, you know, your balance. So I know that that's for a few of you who are still struggling a little bit with finding the balance and restoring balance. But I like that that card also says resolution. So there's a resolution of whatever type of problem may occur to you, for you in the month of November. Know that there's a resolution. And let me tell you, y'all who like to manifest, wow, 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 wow. My thing came on my head, fire sign. It's gonna stay off. I'm gonna keep going because there's no way I'm doing this video over. Hilarious. I should really make a blooper video. I knew I should have put bobby pins, but we're gonna keep going because I don't care. Hilarious. So anywho, my fire signs, I'm gonna show you what I had in my head. I could put it back up, but it's amazing how great it stood in place. The camera loves me. I say that to myself every time I come on. But anyway, let's keep going. So all the other ones seem to be their main cards. The Magician, Temperance. You guys have Celebrating. You guys have Good Fortune. You guys have the Star. The Star. Okay? This is what I'm saying. For those of you who are manifestors, you are a manifester. When the Magician comes out to me, it's like anything is possible. You have the Midas touch. Everything you touch can turn to gold. So for those of you who have been working and working and working on manifesting certain things in your life and changing certain things for yourself, let me tell you, for the month of November, going into the ending of the month of November, you're going to see a lot of things. And some of you may even been seeing right now all the synchronicities leading up to what it is that you want, leading up to what it is that you've been trying to manifest. So people, fire signs, if some of you are looking to change different work, do it. Start looking into it in the month of November, and I would say after the 20th. After the 20th, because that's when retrograde is ended. And this card says intuition, taking chances. And this is a taking chance card because it's about a leap. It's almost like a leap of faith. You taking the chances that you know are necessary regardless of the outcome, because you believe in it so much that you know you can make it happen. And let me tell you, fire signs, in November, you guys will be making a lot of things happen. And then this card says, release the past, change. So for those of you who are still a little bit stuck, this is I'm telling you, hey, release the past. If you're still feeling some type of way about something that, you know, happened a couple of months ago or happens during the month of November, do not stay stuck on that, my fire sign. Do not stay stuck. Release whatever it is, whatever you're feeling towards any type of situation, okay? Because you're gonna delay yourself if you don't release it, which a lot of times for us is very hard for us to let go of certain things when people do crap to us. But you don't need that. You don't need that. Where you're going, my fire signs, what you're manifesting, you don't need to hold on to nothing. There's nothing left to hold on to. You already learned lessons from certain things that don't get stuck in it with all this type of different energy coming. Do not stay stuck in it. And you guys have celebration, bounty. You guys are going to be celebrating in the month of November. I mean, fire signs, bravo to you guys, because I know I'm a fire sign. I know how hard it is to be like love and light, love and light, love and light. When you just want to go to a person, okay? But celebration is coming, okay? Celebration is coming for you guys because you guys have worked hard. It's almost like you guys are like, you know what? This gotta happen, and it gotta happen now for me. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I've given my all, and it's gonna happen for a lot of you because you guys got good fortune, and good fortune is all about money. Good fortune is all about, look at them coins. And she is just walking like, it's almost like, kind of like on air, on her little tippy toes, okay? And this is gonna happen for a lot of you. A lot of you, whatever it is that you guys want or have been working on, write it down. Do affirmations. Do what you need to do, my fire signs, to make it rapidly come. Because for those of you who have been aligning yourself and have been working on yourself mentally, spiritually, physically, it's going to come to you even faster. But I like how they give you this little warning of telling you, you know, how the stress and anxiety comes out, the 9 of Swords, but it's showing you, listen, If you need to rest during the month of November, your body's telling you, let me take a rest, take the rest, okay? If you have to do Reiki healing to clear your chakras, do it, okay? Do whatever self-care you need to do when you starting to feel drained, okay, my fire signs, because you guys will be manifesting a lot. And it's almost like they're saying, tell them to take care of themselves, tell them they're going to start finding balance. Like Temperance, it says balance, harmony. Look up on there. Boy, you're going to find a lot of balance. And I see this also have people finding balance within their self. Finally finding that balance that they needed to be able to manifest stuff. And it's going to happen fast because, let me tell you, the star is the last card in the bottom. It says hope, inspiration, nature, the star. I see this always. I like the star because to me the star is about not giving up hope. And I see this as them saying, tell them not to give up hope in the midst if something happens in the month of November that triggers them or whatever. Tell them to take care of themselves because what's coming for them, they don't even understand how close they are to their manifestation. They are the magician. They can make magic happen. And the star to me is a wish card too. So this lets me know that a lot of the wishes that you guys have been working on, wanting to come into your life, is going to come into your life in the month of November, okay? My fire signs, this is a great reading for you guys. And sorry about my thing falling off, but I was not stopping this video, okay? Because I still look fabulous. So anywho, comment below, let me know if this resonates with you. If you think this is something that will help someone, sharing is caring. Share, like, love. Do what makes you feel good, my friends. And if you're on my YouTube channel, subscribe. If you're on my Facebook, follow. And if you're on my Instagram, follow now. And sharing is caring. So thank you everyone for all the love and support. Much love to everyone. And as always, my fire signs, I salute the divinity within all of you. Bye now.